Hi, Vamshi. Thank you so much for taking our time to interview with us. For the viewers, may we please request you to share your results on the GMAT and the applications?
Yeah, so hi Diksha, happy to be here. Experts Global had helped me a lot in my admission process. Happy to share my experience. So coming to me, I'm currently doing my MBA at the Texas McCombs School of Business, University of Texas at Austin. So before that, I did my bachelor's in technology from IND Jaipur. Then I joined SAP as a software developer, learned how to build tech products, then transitioned to product management. But there I thought I was focusing more on technical aspects. Back in my mind, there was always this thing that I had to get into business side, learn about strategy, be in US and be part of a multicultural program. That's when I took a call to do my MBA and Experts Global helped me in the journey. And right now I'm here. So I'm wearing my college t-shirt also, Texas McCombs representing. So that's about me. I can share further details as we go ahead in the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So, with what area on GMAT did you struggle the most, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Yeah. So I would say first one was sentence correction. So as Indians, verbal is not so easy for us, and sentence correction is one thing which I was lacking. One thing which the approach which I changed was before I used to see sentence correction as more like, okay, memorize some rules, apply it and get it done. But then I realized there's some logic behind it also.
Right.
So as an engineer, when I find something logical, I can do it better. So that's a change which happened and the approach which I did. And I took some mentoring help also. I saw how they are solving it. I spoke to people who got a very good score, saw them how they are approaching it. That helped me build a logical approach.
Mhm.
And that's where I improved on my sentence correction, which gave me a good jump in my GMAT score. And secondly, about the exams, the mock exams.
Yeah,
So GMAT Lab has only limited number of exams, right? They hardly have six.
right.
I was looking for an exhaustive set and which gives me very good analytics. So I'm a data fanatic. I want data on where I'm going bad, how I'm improving and all.
Right.
That's when first time I found Experts Global. You offer like 50 practices, if I remember correctly. That's a
Right.
huge set. And the questions quality is very good. I really loved it. And after every exam, it showed me the detailed analysis.
Right.
Okay, where I'm dipping, where I'm going good, how can I improve? And there were video explanations. These two things helped me improve my GMAT score and
Mhm.
perform better.
All right. So, what were the main GMAT resources that you used in your prep, and what advice would you give to the future candidates regarding that?
Yeah, so I'm from an engineering background. So
Mhm.
basically my quant skills are strong.
Mhm.
So right from childhood, maths was everything.
Right.
So math was something which was not very difficult for me,
Mhm.
but verbal I struggled a lot. So I took this EGMAT course, EGMAT verbal, which helped me get all my concepts clear. Then I took some mentoring help,
Okay.
which helped me further see from a third eye
Mhm.
where I'm going wrong. And
Okay.
finally, Experts Global, there are some small videos. I forgot what are the small videos called.
GMAT
Like
shorts.
it's GMAT shorts. Yeah.
Right.
So these actually helped me always when I have to give the because after my first attempt, almost I took an year to give my next attempt.
Okay.
So this GMAT short actually helped me revise all those concepts faster.
Mhm.
And the practice exams of Experts Global helped me pick up the pace and give the final better.
All right. Sure.
So my first attempt was 680, then second attempt was 720.
Okay. Yes, that was quite an improvement, which is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the benefit of hindsight, what are a few mistakes you believe you might have committed in the process?
Yeah, first thing, it's about my GMAT. So I always used to think, okay, there will be some best time which I can give my exam. But that's not the truth. So it's like whenever you find time and when you can manage, go ahead and give the exam. So in my case, after my first attempt, I improved on my score. I was doing pretty good. So I was getting some 740, 750s in my mock. I was very confident. And in March, I took a vacation for a week from my office, thinking that I'll give my GMAT, and the pandemic kicked in. So it's like every day I was checking it. My exam got postponed by almost 3 months. So in this 3 months, I lost practice, and my quant score in my second attempt actually dipped when compared to my first attempt, even though my verbal improved. So it actually impacted my overall score. And after that, I was like, with such a prolonged practice, I was like, okay, I can't take it anymore. So maybe I would have taken a one more shot, I felt. Or when I was in a good form, I would have given it rather than like, okay, oh, let me push it some more. So give your best. So that was one recommendation I'll give on the GMAT side.
All right. So, what are a few common mistakes you believe that the GMAT aspirants must avoid?
Mm-hmm. So first thing is that GMAT is not like JE, Triple E, or A Triple E, where you sit for years and years and give the exam.
Right.
So after one point, you reach saturation. That you have to realize it and be realistic rather than always targeting like, okay, your first attempt is 600, then see where did you go wrong and realistically plan for the next target rather than like going suddenly like 600 to 760. There might be some inspiration stories. That doesn't happen for everyone. First thing, be realistic about your targets and know where you're going. Secondly, don't have this brute force mechanism. Like, okay, always practicing and just doing mocks. See where are you going wrong. It's always helpful to take someone's help who had been in those shoes. See how you're solving and they will give you actual advices and how we can improve. That's like playing smart, right? So you spend less time with someone's help or you spend like hundreds of hours and come to a bad score. That's a second thing. And third thing, I know it's very difficult to juggle your work and GMAT, but prioritize well and give it good amount of time when you're practicing it and get it done. Don't be like, okay, I got some this project, I'll push it by a month. Once you push it, you lose the practice.
Yeah, that is true. I think it's very important that you maintain a balance between both.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming to your applications, how was your experience of applying to B schools, and what are a few things you believe you did correctly in order to
Mhm.
successfully achieve the admit?
Yeah. So to be honest, when I saw this MBA application, it was very overwhelming. So right from childhood, I know, okay, IITs, NITs, Bitspilani, these are like the top colleges. It's very clear to me. I need to get into one of this. But in US, there are hundreds of B schools and there are multiple rankings. US News is the most trusted one, but the other rankings also, there are different countries. There is Europe, there is Australia. I was like very overwhelmed looking at all those questions, process. I was like very lost. But first thing what I did was I thought I'll focus on my GMAT first and focus on those things later. So I had separation of concerns. So I focused on my GMAT. So I thought I'll maximize my score as much as possible. Then I'll go to my application part. That's one thing I did. And in my application process, so if I look back at my career, I started as a software developer. Then I became one of the youngest product managers at SAP. I became a product manager in less than 5 years. So that's a conscious decision which I took. Like I can switch to other company, then I'll continue as software developer for some time. But here or else here I build my network, build opportunities, create opportunities, and became product manager. So that actually helped me a lot, even in my recruiting, even wherever I go, that being a product manager before the MBA helps you a lot. In my application also, it came out that because there's so many software developers applying, but I took this more. That's first thing. Second thing is about learning about schools. So I spoke to a lot of people at different stages who just cracked the admission process, who are in this school, who came out of the school and working in good positions, taking like in a short term in the campus, in the school, and long term. How is the MBA school helping, and how can I connect? So I took common profiles which are like similar to me and learned their experiences. And finally, third thing was taking help of experts global. That helped me streamline the process a lot. So you have defined timelines like, okay, by this time we have to be done. So it's like you push me hard. So which else maybe I would have taken an extra month, but you got it done in like 30 to 40 days because of the defined timelines and the mentorship help. Like I had some thoughts. I wanted to do this thing, but giving it a concrete shape That's what I guess Experts Global helped me doing it.
Right. All right. So, with what area of the application process did you struggle the most, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, for the application process, first thing was shortlisting schools. So Hyderabad was pretty close to my home where I live. ISB was there. So like India was running my parents were like, okay, it's better to try it out in India. Then, but I want to go to US, but US I was not sure. Okay, for my background, which schools are fit and which actually I should realistically target.
Hmm.
Everyone had different opinions. Some people think, okay, you should target these schools. Some people told me these schools. And again, navigating to them. So connecting my story to those application essays. So these are the three things which I found it to be challenging given the short amount of time I had. So I was targeting round one and I had less than a month, I believe. So to do that, and I had to give my TOEFL also in that time. That's when, again, you guys helped me that based on your experience with previous students. Okay, my friends personally took help from Experts Globals and they got into top 10, top 20 B schools. So they recommended me. Then after talking to few, even I found Experts Global really good because I had already know the quality of you by doing your mock test. So based on that experience, I went ahead. You helped me structure that. Okay, firstly, okay, these are the schools we're thinking. If you have any schools, let us know. Then we came to a list. Okay, these are the dream schools. These are the safe schools. These are the reach schools. So that actually helped me diversify my risk and do it better. And in the application process also, I was telling my story. Then you guys giving me input. It was like a dialogue which actually created like, okay, what are my short-term goals? What are my long-term goals? Where am I right now? So this dots were connected, which I'm using it right now also when I'm framing my story.
Okay, that's really nice. So, would you like to share your interview experience with the B schools?
Hmm. Yeah. So maybe I'll share with my school, Texas McCombs.
Sure.
It's typically taken by second year when compared to other schools here. The admission committee doesn't take it. Second year student takes it. And it's like I would say almost a blind interview. They won't read your essays. They would know only your resume. They would
Hmm.
see it some almost a night the night before. They just see it and just come to the interview. And so apart, they ask the typical questions: why MBA? Why MECOM? These are there for every school. But one thing they check is that your cultural fit. So my school focuses a lot on collaboration. We actually help each other rather than stepping on each other.
Right.
So we are one of the most fun schools in the top 20 known for fun and collaboration. So that's why second year gauges, okay, can he be here and be part of MECOM's culture because they are the people who know being there for like 1.5 years or that can I say, it's like they were thinking, okay, can I say this guy hi every day? Is
Hmm.
he's that kind of person or he's a guy who comes and spoils the school's culture? That's one thing that I really check. And second thing, how much you know about the school. You can, okay, why MBA, why my comms? Yeah, everyone might come with a good answer. But actually taking interest, what happens? That happens only when you talk to people
Right.
and know, okay, what's unique about the school.
Hmm.
And thirdly, how are your career goals aligned with this? It's not about only what are you given, or what are you taking also. It's like a two-way thing. It's not be like, okay, I'm coming to do this, I'm coming to do this, but what are you bringing to the school? It's like it's more about in a cohort what inputs you are giving and how are you making that argument or the discussion qualitative with your inputs.
Right. Yeah, I think it's very important that the goals align and it matches
Mhm.
with the values of the preschool. So yeah, that's interesting. So would you like to share your MBA experience?
Yeah. So coming to US for an MBA is a very different experience.
Hmm.
You're changing your country, you're changing your language, you're changing your culture, everything you're changing it, right? So you're coming into a
Hmm.
world of completely unknowns. And when MBA starts, it starts with all the core subjects,
Hmm.
which are very hectic. You have to learn a lot.
Right.
And at the same time, you have to adapt to the culture here, adapt to the process, adapt to the teaching here. So that itself will make you go through a lot, understand things, understand perspectives. So that's one thing. So you'll go through a lot, but
Mhm.
at the end, it's all worth it.
Right.
Second thing, in India, I was always filled with engineers around. So we
Right.
used to always crack engineering jokes, so which
Mhm.
are like very common.
Right.
But here in MBA class, you see on your right, there might be someone from the army. On your left, you might see someone who was a previous executive or who started his own venture. And in front of you, there might be a person who worked in non-profit.
Mhm.
So that's entirely different. Okay, yeah, when are you giving inputs, you realize, okay, what which might be very normal for you, it might not
Mhm.
be normal for them. The definition of normal is not same for everyone. It's very subjective.
Mhm.
I think talking different terms, you talk in different terms.
Right.
And thirdly, you started unknowingly start thinking from business perspective, everything that gets inculcated in your mind. That which happens every time you think, okay, how's it happening? What is the market they're capturing? What is the market size and all? All
Mhm.
these things happen.
Right.
And apart from that, I believe I met really good friends here.
Mhm.
I did some very good programs. So I have been to Israel recently on an exchange program to learn about the business there. In my fall semester, I collaborated with Google to do a project. So there are a lot of interesting things which I did.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it pushes you a lot. Personally and professionally, I believe you'll become a better person.
Absolutely. I'm sure that's applicable for almost all the MBA students.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. So, would you like to share something about the job search experience during the MBA?
Yeah. Again, this is completely different coming from
Mm-hmm.
India.
Yes.
So I was at NID Jaipur.
Mm-hmm.
So it used to happen that companies used to come to a campus. We call it as on-campus placement.
Right.
So they used to come, they used to held interviews and you get the offer the same day, you get to know, or in like few days,
Mm-hmm.
or you move to next company.
Right.
But in US, that's not the case. There are not many companies which come to campus,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to go outside and search for the jobs. So you have to build network. It's not just building network, you have to actually build relationships so that they can vouch for you in their company or give you a referral. And after getting into the process also, especially in tech, it's not at all structured. So sometimes they go for months, sometimes they go weeks, sometimes they get done in days. So you have
Mm-hmm.
to be very patient. You have to be you have to keep that pace going.
Mm-hmm.
So recruiting is one of the toughest part for internationals because we have sponsorship issues. Not every company uh, shows willingness to actually take us, and all these things happening. So you have to be comfortable talking to people, or else you'll get that once you get into MBA.
Mm-hmm.
And don't just network; you have to learn building relationships.
Right.
And another difference which I saw was India. The focus is more on hard skills part.
Yes.
In US, interviews are almost like a likability test.
Mm.
How much the other person likes you.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, because it's like maybe first or second round to check your technical part, but afterwards it's more like the likability part. Okay, can I work with this guy
Mm-hmm.
every day? Can I see him every day? So that's how it goes. So there's a lot of focus on the soft skill part, which you learn once you get here.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's quite interesting because completely different from what Indians generally face in India here.
Yes.
Okay. So, is there any final message or suggestions that you would like to give to all the future candidates watching this video?
Yeah, I would say reach out to people, talk to them. You'll actually get very good insights from what's happening, be it on your GMAT preparation, be it your application. So try talking to people who have been in the journey. It will give you very good insights and how you can use them.
Mm-hmm.
And second thing, don't shy away from taking help from people like you, be it Experts Global or anyone, because it will actually help you streamline and reach your goals better. At least in my case, I had support needed, and you guys helped me out a lot. And thirdly, it's a process. Stick to it. Don't give up. It's all about, that's not about applying schools. It's all about, it's more about learning about you also. What are you and who are you? So enjoy the process, and one day you'll get what you want.
Yeah, that's true. All your suggestions, I'm sure they're going to help a lot of students in their journey to success as well. And congratulations on coming so far. It's been truly inspiring to listen to your entire journey. So thank you for
Hmm.
sharing that with us, Vamshi. It's been a great conversation with you today.
Likewise, Dikshita, it always feels good to talk to experts global. So it feels home. So I wish you all the best for your future plans, whatever you have. I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
do great.
Yeah, thank you so much, and all the best to you as well for completing your MBA and successfully getting a nice job offer. And all the best for your internship as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Dikshita.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Vamshi. It's been great talking to you, and thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time. Take care.
Bye. Take
Yeah,
care.
okay,
Bye.
bye. Have a great day.
You too have a good night.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.